Hello, all. Let me just check to make sure this is actually recording. Always paranoid it's not. Okay, it says I'm live. Alrighty. Let's do this. When we last left off, we were about to head off to Tier 2, and that's the up button. But before we do that, there's a side quest. That's the wrong button. Yeah, this guy. Turner is feeling very seasick. He'll throw up if he moves an inch. There's gotta be paper bag somewhere indoors. He said that it was in Tier 7. So we're gonna cheat and head to Tier 7 and see if we can't find that piece of paper. I just hope it's not in any levels. I am not going into any of the levels, and I hope I don't get spoiled by favorite levels by anybody. Unfortunately, from what I understand, they actually got rid of least favorite levels for this game. Kind of disappointed in that, to be honest with you. You don't have paper, but I'm still gonna talk to you to make sure. Get over here. Oh, screw you. I think that person gave me the time. I'm not seeing anybody here. Horse. It's got Wiley's head on there. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody with paper. So it's probably in one of the levels, which I'm not doing, because I'm not going out of order. Ah! Never mind. You have paper. You have a paper mask on. I need to beat my super awesome best time in one of the simulations. Caution moving parts. Have to beat it in under 2.5 minutes. Woo! Alright. Well, like I said, if that is a simulation in this tier, we will not be going to it for quite some time. I am still on Tier 2, so... Okay. Speaking of which, let's go. Level 9, place 99. Oh boy, it's Arbade. I hope I win. Score 28.75. 40, 18, 26, 31. Yeah, this guy's known for doing a lot of troll levels in Mega Man contests like this. So, this ought to be fun. Well, it doesn't have a skip teleporter, at least. Get over there. Damn it! Ugh. This music is ear-piercingly bad. I really hope those get used better later on, but given the creator, I somehow don't think so. Lightning Lord without his cloud. Forgot you can jump through those chains in this game. Couldn't do that in Mega Man 2. Jump! Thank you. And suddenly forest. Okay. Or cave, or something. It's not ice anymore, that's for sure. And I'm not going that way. Nah, why did I do that? Eh! My computer froze for a second there. Oh. Okay. This music is really... Oh! Damn it. Music is really bad. I'll give it this. It's better than Cardinal Man. And I've only ever seen video of Cardinal Man 3. I've never seen anything about Cardinal Man 2, but I heard it's on par with all of his other stuff. Problem is this stage doesn't seem to have any direction at all. Alright, that was effective. Now we got snow inside the cave. That was nice. At least it filled my health up. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Okay, don't jump there this time. Is that wall literally there so you die? No, it was that wall I died on. Yeah, this is gonna be a thing. Oh! At least there's a checkpoint right there. And, okay. I can go down those ladders. I was kind of expecting not to be able to. Oh, come on! I'm underwater now. Okay. Another one of these. Oh, wait a second. You guys don't have invincibility frames. Okay. Okay. Well, without the... Wait a second. Really? A boss door would have been nice. Alright. Now if I could just remember Solar Man's pattern. The water makes it pretty easy anyways. Okay. Well, the X challenge was a lot better in that stage because he got rid of all the invincibility frames. But the stage as a whole was just badly designed with bugs everywhere and pretty much on par with the rest of Arbade's projects. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, that's the one I want. This is my favorite bad level. First of all, I don't know if it's this. I don't know if this is actually true, but it definitely feels like the music gets progressively louder as the level goes on. I really thought this was gonna be like any other bad level, but it's so much more. The music just makes it feel like you're slowly going insane as it gets louder. I honestly didn't notice, but I wouldn't have been surprised. The last time I played it, my ears literally started ringing near the end, which was weird. Everything does so much damage and you die so often. I didn't die that much. Most stuff I died to is basically bad glitches in the level. However, I feel like dying isn't the bad part, but the slow burn of the music burning a mark into your consciousness. And really, some of the things you do with the crushers are pretty cool, even if the large part of the level is repetitive. Then the best moment of the level is near the end, where you have the long horizontal crushers. The moment you just the moment of you just hearing the sound when you're most of the way through the room and a sneak attack killing you made me laugh hysterically. I can't really say that this is a good level, but I can say that I found the whole experience to be really funny and memorable. By the way, I hope you win too. Should have given him an 100 then, he probably would have. Oh boy, do I get to make a meme review now? The music was loud. Clearly I'm not a comedian. Okay, no memes from me. Not this time, anyway. The most obvious problem here is the horizontal crushers, which come from completely out of nowhere. But I don't think those are the actual problem with the level. Actually, I sort of like the crusher section with the ladders towards the end. The main problem here, I think, is that the enemies are either totally negligible or extremely difficult to take out, with no middle ground. Which means that most of this level is just walking and jumping. It doesn't help that the I can never say this word correctly. Omnipresent, I believe. Snow on the ground makes the level drag on much longer than it needs to. I'd also like to give a brief shout out to the unintentionally hilarious boss fight, which can be cleared even without even setting foot into the arena. This is what the boss doors are for. Or you could just, back out and die immediately. Do I have some bad news for you? I'm real glad that for the most part this level was nothing but wait for some crushers and wait for some more crushers. But you're also on snow half the time to make your movement real slow, and then you wait for some crushers. Oh, but there's an enemy. Oh, waiting for some crushers. Then you have crushers that go across the entire long screen, which is a creative idea but terrible in execution because after it goes back once, you have to absolutely zero way to predict exactly how long it'll take to not only shoot out again, but to reach your current position on the screen. I'll tell you, it's the closest thing to a jump scare I've seen implemented. But when a level pretty much turns into an extended waiting game with nothing else going on, there's not much else to say. Yeah, a lot of the problems I had with this level were pretty much all the bugs that were present. Backing out of the boss room and dying, jumping in a screen transition and dying. It was a mess, and yeah, even if the bugs weren't there, it is pretty much just long, empty hallways with some crushers, and that's it. It's on par with the rest of his stuff, but I will say, as far as an arcade level, it pretty much is better than his other effort in Cardinal Man. Let's go. Second fruit container in the crate labeled gears. I gotta remember that. See if I can find the disco balls. Zunzet, firearmed to the back. Score 31.25. 40, 39, 21, 25. 98th place. Contra music. What is with these games and using Contra's themes? What is with this stage using the winter one, the snow one, and not having a snow theme? I don't want to deal with that. Hey! That was the most awkward screen transition I've ever seen. Well, let's go up, see what's up. Get in there. Nope. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. Okay. Gimme. Another checkpoint reached. Oh, checkpoint's right here. Alright, and that was down. That was something going down. Oh! And another checkpoint. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about checkpoint placement, but... kinda would like to try some of the other parts of the level. I'm afraid to go on that too. Whatever. Alright. I mean... okay, so it was just basically how to get up here. How on earth are you supposed to jump that? Ah, damn it. Ah, God, I hate those roosters. Hated them in Woodman stage, and I hate them even more here. Normally with those roosters, you can literally just... oh, for fuck's sake. Really? No, it's too far. Still too far. Alright, that'll work. Or it won't. How are you supposed to clear that? I think he stopped the fires too soon. I feel like we missed a lot of level there. Go back in. See where that bottom one goes to. As a matter of fact... okay, there's nothing there. It's just the most awkward... oh, it's just an energy tank. What? Yay, invincibility frames. I feel like there's lots of paths that I could have missed. Like, what is that? Yeah, okay. That was a path I missed. Oh, the spikes are an instant death. Well, no, because some of the spikes were instant death. Why do the rules of spikes differ? Not only between levels, but in some levels they differ. Okay, I didn't miss much. Oops, and I did not mean to do that. Ugh. I like the idea of the level, but the execution was just underwhelming. First of all, the maze warp doesn't do much. It just exists. Switching between the two sets of graphics is pretty cool, even if the Pharaoh Drillman one doesn't look too good to me. Mixing it with the Waveman pipes is a good idea, though. Huh. Really, the graphics are the weak point for me. Using a custom set that can combine two different types of graphic sets would be awesome. But this just doesn't do that in the end. The fire spikes are frankly obnoxious and shouldn't be used in tight quarters. Like that with tight quarters like that with so much going on. I get what you're trying to do, but some of them just barely feel passable. I don't hate the level, but you barely used one of the gimmicks and used the other one poorly. I'd reinvestigate the main theme of the two palettes, but overall I'd just start over with, and this could be a really cool level. Like, the split paths exist, but they just don't do much. This level has left me confused, scared, and other forms of weird feelings. The maze warps were instant, and that just completely confused me when it happened. You're not the only one. Other than that, everything felt so cramped, claustrophobic, and like a mess, and it's so short as well. Blah? This level didn't break me or anything, but I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. I think my main sticking point is the teleporters, which are extremely sudden and mostly seem there as a particularly artless way to ensure that you don't have to disparate sections of the level actually connect. Jeez. There's also a split path that doesn't really add anything to the level, because rather than have a pair of branching paths that meet up at the start and finish, you have two distinct paths that meet up at the very end with basically nothing to differentiate them. Contrast this with canon examples like, say, Commando Man stage, where the above ground and below ground routes were distinct in both their challenges and their overall vibes. It has been a while since I've played Mega Man 9 and 10. Pretty sure Commando Man's in 10, but I really gotta play those games again. I really just have no idea what the thought process behind this level was. If there was a thought process behind it at all. I've played through this a number of times and I'm just as confused as I was the first time. Why are the warps so abrupt? Why does it split into two different paths halfway through? Why are there two different kinds of spikes laying around for no reason? Why does everything feel so cramped? Why does the level just suddenly end out of nowhere? This level is up there with one of the biggest mysteries in the world, because I have no clue how this all works. Yeah, I did not like the challenges presented in this level at all. Those fire pillars were, those fire traps were obnoxious to get around. And I just don't like those rooster enemies, but you gotta work with what you were given in this game. So, and he was given rooster enemies, so he used them. I guess they were used more challengingly as opposed to Woodman stage, which just kind of throws him at on a plain path, but I don't know. That level just, it felt cramped. It was bad. I mean, but I can't really add more to what the judges have already said. Seth Bones' Abandoned Mine. Score 32.5. 33, 44, 22, 31. One element. I think every level only has one element in this. Those are interesting bats. Gotta be in a Mega Man game I haven't played, I'm sure. That can't be it. Okay, good. Oh, shield attackers. A lot of bolts in this level. Not that I'm complaining. Ah, these. Ooh, that is big. That is a big gap. Huh. Okay. That wasn't as bad as I looked. Nope. Nice boss. Oh, that's right. He shakes the ground when he lands. Ah, okay. Ah! Ah, that was sneaky. I hope that's not the only place he actually used those. What? Random level? Random room. Could have put anything in there and you didn't put a thing in there. Nothing to say about this level, but I mean, nothing particularly wrong with it other than the fact that I don't think the gimmicks he was given are being used that much. I don't think the gimmicks he was given are used at all. What do we got here? Oh, alright, you're just box standard bomb, man. Yep. Yep, you were bomb, man. It's always the Robot Master I went for first in Mega Man, so I'm very proficient in fighting him with the Mega Buster. This really feels like the first level to me, if not a really early try. With that, I want to be generous, but there are some major pitfalls. Most importantly, you use your gimmicks once each, and the rock platform is optional for the knee tank. When making a level, you should take the gimmicks and explore and experiment with them. These just simply exist with no other challenge present. Try mixing with them with enemies or with each other. Even if it doesn't turn out amazing the first time, just try stuff and hopefully something sticks. Also, if you're using the X platforms, it's best to use visual indicators, but frankly, with something this easy, you don't really need it. Although that would help your aesthetics store. Also, it's weird that the shield attackers have no stop points. So they just hit the walls, and there's an object that stops them so that they can have more control over their movement. While this level is really underwhelming, I hope you learned a lot from making it, and I hope to see you make another level in the future. Even with 2 paths, it felt so short. It lacked a lot of There was 2 paths? Huh. Where would the other run have been? I mean, I slid underneath that water thing and I came to an empty room, so... Oh well. It lacked a lot of substance, and a lot of things just felt there. The bats, for example, were just there to look pretty. I feel. They never really posed a threat if you just kept moving. And to keep in line with the short level, I'll keep this short as well, mostly because there's not much more to add. There you go. Let's just get this out of the way. The box usage in this level is really, really bad. You can completely miss one of the gimmicks on a normal playthrough, where it's used on all of one screen and as the tiniest possible complication to get an E-Tank. But the big problem with this level is just how empty it is. Even with a split path, there's that split path again. Where was that? The level feels totally void of anything, let alone challenge. There are bats in the air, but they just kind of float there. There are shield attackers that pose more of a threat, but only because you can occasionally ambush you, not because the setups with them are interesting. It really is a level that's just there. I'm not sure that if you remembered that you had box gimmicks, because I barely did. Both platforming types appear in a whopping 1 area each, and the rock one is an optional path. So does the rest of the level make up for the lack of these platforms? No. Boring enemy placement with bats that hardly ever matter if you're not slowing down to look at the slightly mangled hardman textures and the shield attackers put in a way that slam right into you on screen transition. That must have been on the second path, because I don't actually recall that. I should probably dip in there one more time and take a look. The fact that there are alternate paths is baffling to me, because not only does it add nothing to the level, but if you take the lower half, there's no midway checkpoint at all. Huh? Maybe I don't want to try that then, since the checkpoint room just so happens to be part of the upper path. I guess Bomb Man put on a cool costume, but really that's the only memorable thing I could tell you about this one. Yeah, I think the Bomb Man costume was from his EXE form from Battle Network. But, I mean, it was a rather primitive level. It wasn't... I didn't necessarily hate it, but it just didn't have any real challenges whatsoever. And yeah, you gotta use those gimmicks more that you're given. Especially those two, I think, could actually lead to some very interesting challenges if you experimented with them. Maybe throw those blocks that the E-Tank were on. They basically You stand on them for 3 seconds and they drop 1 level. You stand on them for another 3 seconds, they drop 1 level, and they just keep going like that. If you might be able to time the other blocks that, I don't know how to describe how they work. If you stand on one, the other one goes up and that one goes down, basically. You could mix those together, I think, rather well and come up with some great ideas, but this level just did not do that. Somewhere to drop off my truck, but apparently cargo rooms don't count as parking garage. Problem is, I kind of get the truck stuck here. Help! Sorry, I can't shoot the crates. Big Fish Water Park Sup. Score 33. 66, 70, 80, 62. 67 minutes late. Those scores actually intrigued me. But it was late, so... It's down here in Tier 2. Checkpoint reached. Oh. Ah! You motherfucker. Nope, 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 nope. Ah. This is actually kind of fun. You really have to think about your moves before you do them. I just screwed up, didn't I? Yep. Ah, damn it. I'm trying to remember whose theme this is. I can't remember if it's Astro Man or Search Man. I'm probably wrong on both counts. Like that it's upside down. Nope. Whosever theme it is doesn't have it looping properly. What? Oh, there's a little flower there to indicate where he's spawning. And even with that, I completely whiffed. Oh. Uh-oh. Up. Come on! Oh, that thing was obnoxious. Oh. Oh, nope, nope. Damn it. Well, those pelicans were used creatively before, but... Uh-oh. Oh! This boss is gonna be a thing, I think. On the plus side, we get this jammin' boss music from Rockman and Forte. Alright, I can't hit the fin. Oh! Did not mean to slide there. Okay. Okay. Keep doing damage to me. That was actually a pretty fun stage. It's a shame he submitted it way too late, because it doesn't deserve to be in Tier 2. I understand the penalties that need to be done, but... the gimmicks were used creatively, even if the pelicans were used obnoxiously, but... overall, I did like that. Immediately, I can imagine there was frustration because the two gimmicks just can't function at all together. Despite that, this level is still really good. The falling tower segment actually makes you think about what you have to do. It's not just shoot random crap. It's actual puzzles, so I commend you. The sled section is fun, but not groundbreaking. The use of M422A was also exceptional. That must have been the boss. I would say something about not combining both gimmicks together, but you got sorta unlucky with that. They just don't mesh at all. Some segmenting it was your best bet, honestly, but maybe another tower section and another sled section would have been nice. To round it out more with a difficulty curve. Sorry about that. But what is there is not bad. Quite the opposite. It's fun and has some nice execution. The two gimmicks you rolled are totally incompatible, which raises the question, how do you use the Darkman Tower and the sled together? This level comes up with the correct answer. You don't. Which isn't to say that this level doesn't use the tried and true obstacles A, obstacle B, obstacles A and B together method of ramping up the difficulty. The first handful of screens do precisely that with the M422A and the twin cannon. So I guess M422A must have been the explosions. I don't know. But it's to this level's credit that that it's willing to just have the gimmicks show up once and leave them be, rather than milk them dry. This level is more than a little silly thematically, but I think the goofy sea fauna on land premise glues everything together. It's also charming in its own right. Because the enemy set is so distinctive, each screen of the level always feels like a part of a cohesive whole. It helps that the horizontal pulses that recur throughout the level are malleable enough that they can fit into any environment without looking out of place. Now that being said, I really did not enjoy the boss fight, which adds an extra layer of complication to the first part of the Shark Tank fight that makes it more annoying rather than more interesting. Plus, you tank 2 hits during the victory jingle, no matter what you do, which is a little insulting. Beyond that, though, there's a lot to like in this level. It almost felt like I played 2 different levels here. It was very time for the first gimmick and now time for the other kind of level. I realize it would be next to impossible to have a Darkman Tower section while on a sled, but it's just so strange that they happen once. Once the quota is filled, and then you're never seen again. Plus, you have those little in-between sections which are simple but inoffensive. The Darkman Tower did have some nice setups, if not a couple of rude moves, but I'm willing to look past that. And the little shockwave things would be a cute little unique gimmick if they weren't so loud. Like, it was all fun and games until you had to fight a boss with a constant screeching of these explosions playing until the end of time. They don't even stop going after the boss is defeated, so I'm just convinced I'll be hearing them in my sleep. It really doesn't help that the inclusion of the gimmick makes fighting the shark's butt just a little more tedious than it already is. Outside of that, it was mostly a nice, albeit a little too bland level. I wouldn't say it was bland. The guy did what he could with what he was handed, and he used both gimmicks exceptionally well in my eyes. And I didn't find the boss, once I figured out the boss and pattern to go about, I didn't find it that difficult either. But that was a nice stage, just a shame he submitted it way too late. Now I gotta look for an invisible crate. I hope not. Peter Afro, Sonic Man Spaceship. Score 33.25. 44, 33, 29, 27. Oh. Oop. I guess that's what I get for going left. Okay. Oh, that's moving. Now it's going back down. Okay. You can't just put those enemies anywhere willy-nilly. You gotta put those in tricky spots. You can't just put those willy-nilly. Can't say he didn't combine the gimmicks. I don't like this. I could have sworn that was just going off screen and not actually bouncing off walls. I guess I wasn't paying attention because I was too busy trying to figure out the freaking lifts. That thing doesn't die in one hit? Jeez. No, that is bouncing off walls. Okay. Oh, this is obnoxious. And no checkpoint after that. Okay. There's a checkpoint. See, that's why you can't just leave those willy-nilly, because now I know anytime I see one, it's just going to be, yeah, an enemy. Pixel out of place. And that was my dumb fault. Forgot about the crystals. Are we're really doing this? That's gonna get me really annoyed. Yeah, hit me. Boss gate. Alright. Guess I can't complain about checkpoint placement. And there's Sonic Man, who looks like he's supposed to be underwater. My fault. New boss. I didn't know his pattern. Come more over towards the center. Yeah, you're easy once I get the hang of you. Fight you a few more times. That was not a good level. Especially coming off that previous one. That was terrible. I wouldn't say terrible, I mean, but it wasn't... Going the wrong way again. I would never call this level bad, but it's underwhelming. It really... Oh, excuse me. Sorry. It's really short and doesn't feel wholly developed. The crystal droppers at the end sort of appear out of nowhere and could have been shown once or twice before if the level was longer. But honestly, it being a section revolved around moving platforms above a pit with dropping crystals works pretty well. At the beginning, Having a real life before fake lives is a really good touch. That made you question them in most of the stage. Not really. I definitely figured basically the next one I find will be an enemy. I wouldn't have minded another real life mixed in though, just to keep you guessing more. Otherwise, there's not much else here to talk about. The entirety of the stage feels like a rough draft. It's not a bad draft, but it just doesn't feel complete. When the left side of the first screen isn't solid, that's a red flag already. I don't know, I think he did it as a gotcha trap. I'm not gonna fault him for that. The stage is... I don't even know what it's trying to be. There's a few screens of the same platforming challenges, a mini-boss, and Sonic Man. Nothing stands out, except for the fact that it's a bit annoying at times. The Hunter platforms are wonky when going downwards, which makes it not ideal for platforming challenges. Your usage of... Camouflametol? Oh, Camouflametol, okay. Is wrong, but basically the camouflage metals. You used it as a normal Met enemy, which is not what it's designed for. It's there to trick players into thinking they are getting a 1-up and then BAM! Enemy. Without even placing a single 1-up in the stage, the enemy loses its meaning. The mini-boss room is kind of a reverse take on what it was in 5GB. Which is probably the most solid part of the level. I did not think so. That was obnoxious. Also, why is the stage music so loud? Fixed post-judging. Good. I greatly appreciate that going left kills you. I love little functionality errors like that, which don't detract you from the gameplay experience, but add excitement to an uneventful low-tier levels like these. Unfortunately, that tiling error is probably the most notable thing about this level. The only difficulty is an out-of-nowhere crystal drop that'll only hit you if you're running on autopilot. Otherwise, most of the enemies don't pose a threat, unless you die or get ambushed by a grasshopper the moment you respawn in the second half of the level. Not cool. Even if I do not know how to pronounce it. Camouflamatols, I guess, camouflamatols are underwhelming. They're used like any other variety of Met instead of faking you out. Come on, you get licensed to be cruel if you draw camouflamatol in your box. I would have preferred cruel to nothing. And this, I'm sorry to say, it is the textbook definition of a nothing level. That just sort of happened. It really just felt like I played through the same pretty bland challenge a few times in a row. And then the last time there was crystals falling from the sky for some reason. It was probably as simple of platforming with moving platforms as one can get. The enemies were pretty much a non-factor for that entire level. I guess this is more the fault of the box than the level itself to be extent. But 1-up Mets really lose their surprise when it's a consistent enemy you know is coming. Besides that, the level was sloppy on the apparent side of things, and even ignoring how the first screen is a random hardman background tiles in place, you can still fall through the floor at a certain point, which is pretty rough. Nope. Besides that, the level was sloppy. On the bright side, the mini-boss was a decent idea, but not very hard to handle at all. But when it feels like you're repeating the same challenge 5 times with very little difference, it doesn't feel like a fun and engaging level. I personally thought that the mini-boss was... Aside from that one jump with the metal, with the camouflametol. God, I'm never gonna get used to that. The mini-boss is probably the hardest part of the level, which is... I don't know if it's saying much, but... I don't know. I don't know. I did not like the level. I don't know what else to say that the judges hadn't already said, other than that one jump was absolutely obnoxious to do properly, with the platforms moving up. What is going on here? Etherville, Perilous Mountain. God. Score 33.75. 36, 57, 42. Somebody didn't like this level. I don't know why that happened at all. This level? Yes. Okay. Skip teleporters always worry me. So far, it's not that terrible. Not that hard, I should say. Wow, you guys are a lot more durable than I thought you'd be. Checkpoint. Crashman platforms. Oop. Oh, are you kidding me? Wait a second. Oh boy. Alright, they're not instant. Ah! They're not an instant death at least. The hell? Oh, come on now. Screw that. Guess that's the one benefit of making the spikes. Making the spikes not kill you instantly. Oh. Not doing that again. Oh, somebody played Komosu Man Temple. Or Komosu Temple. Oh, these enemies are obnoxious. Oh. God, can you imagine? You know what? Screw you. You're way too durable for your own good. Oh, oops. Screw that. Oh, God, no. Okay, never mind. Yeah, again, I'm not dealing with you. I don't know if it's the fact that those birds are just used in the worst way possible, or if they're just that annoying. Yeah, I'm not going up there for that energy tank. Oh, sorry. Energy tank and bolt. Nope. I don't think I've killed that bird once. Or if I have, it certainly wasn't with the Mega Buster. Sure, why not? bird's brown now. What's with the falling hard hats? Or Mets? And how much health do you have? Jesus Christ. Really now? Oh, for fuck's sake. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Yep. Ah, fuck. Ah. I mean, I like the gotcha trap at the end there too. Which, the gotcha trap right there too. You can't. I don't like my chances on this run. Oh my god. I get what he wants, but he doesn't have the platforms in sync. Like, at all. I'll just sit here and wait. No. This fucking bird! We're gonna do this. Stand at the very edge so the platforms take me up. This next pass should do it. And the controller decided that I wanted to keep sliding. Oh, screw this. You know, if you playtest your own level and it takes you multiple tries to pass a point, maybe you shouldn't submit it to a contest. I will say this, you use the gimmicks together. More that can be said about a lot of the levels we've played so far. He certainly didn't use them properly together, but he used them together. At this point, it's basically just a waiting game. Until the platforms get synced back up. If he didn't have this freaking crash platform, like, going around in a circle like this, or maybe extend it out to the other side of the spikes, I guess that kind of defeats the purpose of what he was trying to accomplish here, but... whatever it is he was trying to accomplish, didn't work too well. Yeah. Hey, no checkpoint. Why? Okay. Why do that? This isn't over yet? And my own fault. God, can you imagine this instant death? That's not synced properly. That... Really? Nope, nope. He only took 2 hits that time. I know with the Met costume, it looks like I should be able to just go under that, but... oh, screw that. Oops. Lost your pattern. No. I want to see how many levels I have left. I'm assuming 93, 92, and 91, and 90, so I'm probably going to save that for the next time. This level has too many spikes. Point blank. Whatever issues I mentioned, this one will always be the biggest contributor as to why this level is not fun to play. So much of the level is just making awkward jumps while falling onto damaged spikes and just sliding to skip challenges. It's also way too long. It doesn't feel like a progression, but more like stuff just happening. The level doesn't feel like you're going anywhere. The crash platforms are slow, and there's so much time where you're waiting in repetitive long segments. It's what can be bad about auto scrollers. Also, there's also a broken spike collision near the end. I think I actually hit that, which is a huge issue. This level really just doesn't come together in the end. There are individual ideas that can be reused, but overall I just start from the ground up and fix it and use what's here as a scratch pad for what does and doesn't work. Some days you wake up and wonder, why did those things not work right? That's me right now. The Tomahawk platforms sometimes just didn't do what they felt like they should do, or they just didn't spawn. That made this level very dumb, which is a shame because the concept isn't flawed in general, but stuff just broke and that made it blah. If there's one takeaway aspiring level designers should take away from this level, it's this. If your level isn't a level so much as it is a sea of instant death spikes, the fix is not to replace the sea of instant death spikes with a sea of quarter of your health spikes, but to seriously reevaluate what you've made. Yeah, that did not fix it. If those were oh my god, if those were instant death. Ugh. Suffice it to say, I didn't enjoy this level. Actually, I liked it at the very start, when you were easing the player into the swing of things. But then the level devolved into a non-stop barrage of moving platforms and a dozen ladders horizontally placed side to side. And spikes. So many spikes. You know what this level reminds me of? You know those memes where there's an iceberg and it's captioned with various, say, music genres? So at the top of the iceberg you have pop and rock. And immediately below that surface, you have the standard hipster fare. But it keeps going, and by the time you've scrolled to the bottom, you've passed by 5 octosquids labeled Outsider Paleogoth Zydeco and Vapor Gregorian's dubstep. I got so lost there. That's what this level's difficulty curve felt like. It starts off benignly, but then every screen ups not merely the difficulty, but the convolution. And there's so many of them. I think it was Entity who said that my Mag Mammal 2 level would have been better if I had trashed 90% of it. For the record, M. Jacqueline's level, I believe that's how you pronounce her name, but her level was Sector Epsilon 9, which was a mammoth level that required multiple playthroughs and forced deaths. Yeah, it has skip teleporter solely due to length, and it was a chore to play through. I get why people loved it, because it is a competently made level, but it was a chore to play through, honestly. Anyways, which personally was devastating to hear. Oh, I am so sorry. But basically correct. One of the hardest parts of level design, especially for contests like these, is knowing when to say, okay, that's enough. So don't take it the wrong way when I say your level would be 1,000 times better if there was less of it. Like, if that orange birdie dropped the energy element instead of opening the gate for another dozen screens of nonsensical precision platforming over spikes. I bet your score would be a lot higher than it is. That was the person that gave it 7, by the way. At what point do you need to sit down and realize you've gone too far? I'd be happy to never listen to Stone Man's theme again for as long as I live. That was Stone Man's theme? I didn't recognize it. This level was long enough, where I've heard a lifetime's amount of it. Like, I tend to be the go-to person for haha, I complain about level length, but my goodness, this just goes on and on. And look, spikes can be as non-instant death as you want, but when you have rooms that are more spiked than literally anything else, my brain shuts off and I no longer care. Listen, I'm just completely drained even thinking about this level. It goes on for such a long time after you think it should have ended. Those tomahawk platforms have a tendency to freak out from time to time and go in places they shouldn't, which is especially bad with precision platforming. I feel like I should be citing more specific details, but man, I'm just tired after all of that. There were some neat ideas and practical uses of both platforms, but it goes on way too long and is way more punishing than it has any right to be. Just one half of this level would have been perfectly fine and good, but as it stands, it's just way too much. Yeah, I pretty much have to say that this level had a major issue with the length, the challenges, just everything as a whole. If sections were shortened, or the whole level pretty much was shortened, there was no reason for that Crash Man roller coaster challenge at the end. And that room before that, to not even put a checkpoint after that, to make you have to go through another room of those spikes and the ladders, and then that bird where you couldn't see the shots coming at you. There was a reason I just steamrolled through there without even giving it a second thought. But yeah, I think after that one, we're gonna call it tonight. I kinda wanted to get through Tier 2 today, but that took a lot out of me. I think I have a new least favorite. That was just unpleasant to play through at the end. So, thank you all very much thank anybody very much for watching, and I hopefully will see you next time. Next on Thursday we'll get back to this on Sunday, but on Thursday we'll be Dragon Quest XI, and I think I'm gonna try it on the PC this time, because I was testing it out and everything, and yeah, it played a lot better on the PC than the Xbox, so we're gonna be doing that. But I hope to see you then. Bye.